Hello, everybody, and welcome to another review here on Pez of the Mind. I am James Phoenix. With me today is Anastasia Lazerbeam and Chriz the Mole.
Hello.
And today we are here to talk about the new DC cinematic endeavor, Wonder Woman. The third movie of DC's extended cinematic universe, as it were.
Fourth.
Suicide Squad, fourth. You're right. Suicide Squad, fourth. Fourth cinematic endeavor from DC. And if...
And a film, I have to say, what the fuck? It took 40? Actually, it took about 70 odd years before Wonder Woman actually came onto a live action big screen.
Yeah.
She was beat by Howard the Duck. We live in a world in which Howard the Duck was seen as a better comic to make a movie of than Wonder Woman.
Well, let's look at our own company. They thought that it was a better idea to make Steel.
Yeah, but they also made Supergirl and Superman too.
True.
I was just on about we live in a world where you get loads of shit superhero who got films before Wonder Woman. That's just wrong.
It's true. They made that shitty Halle Berry Catwoman movie before this.
Yep.
Which admittedly sets the bar pretty low for female-led superhero movies, but regardless.
I don't know, it's no Elektra.
Oh, God.
What? We're doing both sides, aren't we?
That's true, that's true. Oh, Elektra.
Yes, Wonder Woman.
Yes, Wonder Woman. What'd you guys think?
I liked it.
I like this film.
I agree, I thought it was excellent. The fact that it has a 94% of Rotten Tomatoes should say something.
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
As people have mentioned in the past, the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes don't always equal quality. Like, I love this film, but one of the things a lot of the comments on Rotten Tomatoes have been with it is we can completely ignore everything because she's a female.
Oh.
And you're like, no, review the actual fucking film.
Yeah.
It's a great film. It has some problems, which I'll touch upon during this, but it's still an amazing fucking film.
Well,
It's a
let's
good
be
one.
honest, 98% of films are going to have some kind of problems. I mean, not everything can be Citizen Kane or The Godfather.
That's not what I was getting at. I was on about the fact that it feels like two different movies.
Does it?
Her journey and stuff like that is so fucking well done. There's no comic book tropes and stuff. And suddenly the last like 10 minutes when they cut to the big battle between everyone, they throw in every fucking cliche from the beams of light to everything. It just doesn't feel the same in tone as the rest of the film.
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice. I thought it was really good. The fact that how they built everything up to it, and then you did get that big battle at the end, but it wasn't what you thought. There will be spoilers in this review, by the way.
Yeah, there will be spoilers, but yeah, like I said, I love the film. The film's fucking brilliant. The journey does make up for the mistake at the end, but at the end, the fight played pretty much like every comic book fight.
It was weird how she showed a bunch of powers she wasn't using previously. And
Yeah, when you
like
got
the sword's gone, the shield's gone, and it was just all this energy stuff, and it was just weird.
Yeah, where she got hit by the lightning, charged it up, jumps into the air, and goes boom, and does a big blue beam of light. You didn't expect a big blue beam of light in a comic book movie, Jim? Get the fuck out. You clearly haven't watched any of them.
She almost did like a Jesus pose or something.
Yeah, I thought that was weird that she did that Jesus pose. That was a little weird.
To be fair, she is a god, and it was more like a blah with the electric, because she erupted out of that pose first.
True.
It was like like an explosion when it was meant to be Jesus.
So I'm guessing that sword that she used in Batman v Superman is not the same one that got destroyed here.
Presumably not.
Presumably not, but again, it could be. Because they
another
could,
one.
It could have got repaired.
Like use the same parts.
We are dealing with magic and stuff, so when it goes back onto the island, it could get repaired.
But she can't go back to the island. They said that in the movie.
Yeah, they said that in the comics too, and she returns.
Oh, okay.
I think didn't they say that she might not return? I don't think did they say she can't return or like?
They said, well, if you leave, you can't return. But then the mother clearly states afterwards she deliberately kept things from her to keep her safe. Which means she can probably return.
I don't know.
We don't know yet, but she might be able to return.
Perhaps. We'll see.
I mean, anything's possible. I mean, I don't see why she couldn't. I mean, like Chris Pine's character and Nazi's managed to go onto the island. I'm pretty sure she could go on there if she wants to.
That's true. But then again, the island was designed to keep, Ares out, so maybe gods can't come through the barrier in that direction or something. I don't know.
Possibly, but she's only half god.
That's true.
Because she swum out into the thing and then swum back.
That is also true.
But yeah, like I said, I like this movie. My only complaint was the ending a little bit. Was a little cliched at the end. Where like the love interest fridges themselves and you get all that stuff going on. The blue beam of light. It was every comic book movie cliched at once. But the rest of the film does make up for that. Also, I didn't like Ares. I think what they did with him was brilliant. I liked how he was portrayed and what they went for with the psychological thing. But when I think Ares, I think he should have a body like the king on 300 with the big muscles and armor and stuff.
Instead of just a guy?
I don't think he should look like
a banker.
I don't know what you'd call it, but I'd call him the body double of Jim Gordon from Batman Begins.
Kind of. Yeah.
He looks exactly like him if you squint a little bit.
Little bit.
Sort of like how, slight spoiler, the main villain of Arrow this year was totally Christian Bale's body double. If you squint just a little. But like I said, those were my only real complaints. The rest of it, I like the rest of it.
They used a lot of slow motion in this one. I mean,
they did do a lot of slow.
Not that I didn't like it or anything. I thought it was cool that you can like analyze the scene.
Also, they did raise the brilliant question.
Mm-hmm.
The question of, should she save man, or is all man already evil anyway?
Yeah.
Will mankind just destroy? It was like a big question for what essentially people would call a summer blockbuster.
It was, yeah.
Which a lot of these films don't raise. Also, I don't know if I should call it this way because it might sound a little bad, but flowing wise of the story, it followed the same structure kind of as a modern Disney princess film.
Kind of, yeah.
It was very similar to a lot of how they do them nowadays, which is perfect because they wanted to get the female audience, but they just tweaked it to be, to match the superhero genre. Which works because it's like, oh, we want to get the men's audience. We're going to follow every action film and just slap the superhero genre on it. It works.
Flash drive.
Yep.
Yeah. But there was a lot that I really enjoyed in this movie. First of all, the cinematography in this movie is amazing. The fact they went out of their way to have all this, these bright colors and this beautiful environment for Themyscira and for the one fantasy shot later near the final battle. But when she got to man's world, and because to really show that the horrors of the war, everything was gray and dull and smoke and smog and just horrible. And they just portrayed these two different worlds beautifully, and how out of place she was coming into this world. How she didn't know what she was getting into until she got there, and the horrors of war that she couldn't comprehend from her world until she saw it firsthand. And I thought that was a really great juxtaposition between what she grew up seeing and experiencing and what she thought the world was going to be and what it actually was when she got there. Mole, you're muted.
You're muted.
I know.
Can I bring up a thing? What is her accent? Like, what kind of accent is that?
The actress Gal Gadot herself is Israeli.
Okay, because I'm not familiar with that accent. I always try to think of what it's supposed to be.
Well, I know she is Israeli. Actually, because she is Israeli, much like everybody in Israel, because of the law there, she did spend several years in the Israeli military, which is one of the reasons she could do some of the kick-ass stuff in this movie. I'm sure.
Yep. And I will say I did like the interactions between her and Chris Pine's Steve.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great.
Now it is a shame we won't get Steve in a sequel.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I'm wondering though, because it's
He
been well
died.
documented. What's that?
Died.
He did, but Chris Pine signed on for multiple movies,
Okay.
so he'll appear in some capacity because it was well noted when he signed on for the movie that it was a multi-picture deal.
Yeah, which based on how he died, I'm guessing he'll probably just show up as like a ghost to give her like advice,
Maybe.
or she'll flash back to other scenes.
Yeah, that's possible.
But it's a shame you won't see him like later, which
Yeah.
at least from
That,
what we know anyway.
yeah, that is a shame.
Mhm.
But he did a great job, both having some of that humor and the levity that Wonder Woman didn't have because she's a very serious character, while also being that love interest. And I thought they had a great balance between them of both trying to protect each other and both getting some badass action moments while at the same time, she's still being the hero, and over not being that damsel in distress, despite those constant moments of him just by default because of the world he grew up in trying to protect her, only to realize that no, she's not the one that he's protecting. You are.
Yep. It was also good. The thing I loved was just the fact she's really naive and he's just really cynical, and it just works.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the scene where she's like, "What's that?" He's like, and he looks down at his crotch. He's like, "Well, it's a," and she's like, "That," and she points. And he's like, "Oh, that!" And goes and gets it. And I'm just like, "Oh, it's brilliant." You don't sleep with women? Yes, I sleep with women, but no, it's. He tries to explain it to her.
Yeah, that was good.
I like the bit with the secretary too, which was funny. Of, oh, in my where I'm from, they call that slavery. I like her.
Yeah, yeah, that was all great stuff. And that's the scene where she tries to get the sword and the shield through the door. She just keeps getting stuck.
Yep.
Also, that Scottish dude made the movie. He was hilarious. Ah, good time.
I wouldn't go so far as to say he made the movie.
Okay, you're right. That's an exaggeration. I went too far. I'll give you
Let's
that.
not take away from who was the lead.
No. He was great comic relief. He added to the movie very well. But yeah, just overall between the acting, the story, the cinematography, it all came together very, very well. I don't know if either of you did. I actually saw it in 3D, and I think that
I saw
really
it
added.
too.
Yeah,
I saw it in 3D IMAX where it was like reclined on a big VIP seat.
nice.
I was in one of the fancy seats too because I saw it in the AMC theater with like you get like dinner and stuff. I actually got Wendy's and then smuggled that all in my purse and then went in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Okay
Fair
then.
enough.
Drinking all, just everything.
Probably cost you an arm. Probably
Nice.
cost you an arm and a leg to get in that theater, but
I just had to make sure I didn't like waddle too much with the ice and the drink and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
it's worth it.
But yeah, but I think the 3D is well, there's because there is so much about the environment in this movie. Just showing, okay, here's, the beauty of the mascara, the green trees, the blue water, just everything around. And then just experiencing that man's world, the smoke and smog around, not being able to see in front of you, the explosions, the war, the fighting, this horrible, dank, bleak world. And then, the effects of them in the big fight at the end where they're throwing things at each other and the beams of light and everything. I think just seeing it in 3D because so much of this movie was cinematography and environment, and really the juxtaposition between the two. Between the two worlds, the Themyscira world and the real world, I think that the 3D really helped bring that to life and really got the effect across with that. I think it really helped.
Yep. It was also good
It was a
just for
nice
the
touch.
thing of, like I've mentioned in the past, 3D not just done for pop-out effects.
Yes.
Stuff like when the little girl goes to leap off the thing and like the big IMAX where you got a sense of depth with the 3D, like, oh shit, like she gets caught.
Yeah.
Also, really weird that Stryker was in this film.
Yeah.
Hmm
But
Yeah,
hey.
And it was a cool twist what they pulled with him, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Although I will admit, I kind of figured it out before that. I just figured out the second that the dude who does turn out to be Ares goes and stands up at the desk and walks over to try and stop what they're doing. I'm like, oh, he's going to be Ares, isn't he? Especially when I saw the guy taking the drugs to him, like, Ares doesn't need drugs. He's a god. Why the fuck? Why does he need toxins to make him stronger? This is like Superman trying to take Venom.
Come on,
He doesn't need it.
There's never been a
And
Super Venom.
And then the second she killed him, and then the second she kills him, and then she finds out who Ares really is, I was like, yeah, okay.
see, I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I don't know Wonder Woman comics all that well, so maybe that's gave you an advantage. But
Yeah, but you.
I saw it coming. I've been reading a lot of her comics.
That has nothing to do with the comics. The film flat out states through all of it that he is a god.
yes,
Therefore, why would the god need the serum?
well, like I said, I don't know. It was established that Ares had been out here as the only god for a while, so it would make sense that he might have been weakened over time, depending on how many wars he'd gotten going and everything else. So I felt it was entirely possible that this was some kind of special thing that
Possible.
it might be a god. Gods can be affected by things. Maybe it's something just to help keep his power up to keep the war going.
They mentioned he would be weakened, and they mentioned in the film unless there's a war strong enough to bring out his power. And then when she gets there and the whole world's at war, if he's in the middle of that, he's going to be at full power.
True, but I admittedly
Yeah.
I admittedly just didn't see it coming. Admittedly, when she killed him, and the war was still going. I'm like, oh, he's not Ares. My first thought, because again, I didn't know. I looked up the character afterwards. I was curious, but my first thought was, oh, it's not him. It's the Poison Lady. She's actually Ares in disguise, but then it wasn't even her.
And yep.
I thought even if she killed Ares, it would still go on because people just do war,
Yeah,
well,
That's
that was
instinct.
that was the point. They just made the point differently.
yeah. Which he does say that, and it is true because after she beat Ares, you still get the Second World War.
Yeah, exactly. That was and full props to David Thewlis for portraying Sir Patrick / Ares in this movie. Spoilers, and he did an amazing job because he's a great actor. I like him. He played Remus Lupin in Harry Potter among many other roles, and I like and I he was so nondescript in the whole situation with the all the times they were in the British headquarters and he was giving orders and trying to help Pine and everything else, and I didn't see it coming. When she came down and after murdering the guy, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be Poison Lady, and then he behind her, I'm like, oh shit, they got me. I didn't see it coming, but it was a really good twist, and I thought that it worked really well because it's not a character that, at least from my perspective, you would have suspected would have been Ares, because it's sort of an armistice. He was trying to stop the war, so you didn't think, oh, it's gonna be the guy trying to perpetuate the war. So that was really cool how they kind of threw you for a loop there. I thought it was a great twist that really helped make the movie, and especially because, like you said, not the kind of person the kind of physical actor you would expect to be playing Ares, which is why when it was that, I'm like, wait, really? Like with Stryker, I'm like, okay, I can believe that maybe the guy's got a little bit older, he's a little bit weaker, the worst, starting to restore his power, maybe it's in disguise. But David Thewlis, I do not picture as being a god of war, so that was it really helps sell it as well, because he's not a very physical guy.
Yeah, which is a good thing, and like I said, it's also a bad thing.
Yeah,
because Ares being physical is kind of his thing. Like you've played Injustice 1, where he literally grows and does all this cool shit.
Well, that's why I thought it was cool they had him put the armor on and they made him CGI at the end so they could just have him do all the cool strength stuff.
Yeah, but I was like, I wanted to see like a physical Ares.
That would have been cool.
Like I could have seen the guy who played Sabretooth in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah,
I could have seen him as an Ares, but what they did with Ares, while it's a different take, I did enjoy what the take was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was a good take.
Like I'm like, it's still true to some part, enough part of the character that it's cool. It wasn't like they just did it out of nowhere, and it was, what I mean, goes against everything. It's like, no, it still works for some of it, so it worked.
Yeah.
Did you guys had seen the trailers and stuff before watching this?
Yeah, I saw some of them. Not
I
all.
didn't see any of them.
I deliberately didn't watch most of them because I know trailers spoil most of the film, and who the fuck likes spoilers? Idiots, that's who. But it's a case of what I like to do is ignore them because I know it's just going to spoil the film because a lot of them will show you the entire fucking film.
Like I didn't going into this, I didn't even know who was gonna be the villain. I thought they might try to make like a female villain for her because that's what they do a lot of times. But no, it was awesome.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be Ares, and I'm glad it was Ares. Although I kind of also wish it had been someone else.
Cersei?
No, Cheetah.
Cheetah. What do we get to?
Because Cheetah's her Lax or her Joker. So it would have been cool to have her Lex or her Joker on the screen, but that's what sequels are for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Batman doesn't have his Joker in his film. that was a completely different film.
Yep. Batman has his Deathstroke for some reason.
It'll work.
Yeah, we'll go with it. But yeah, overall, just a really enjoyable movie, and they did a great job with telling the story. The casting was all great. The twist at the end, the cinematography, just the environments are really selling the whole thing. It was just really well done, and props to everybody that made this. They really pulled together to make this one. And I think of all the DC movies, this one really needed to be a success because if it wasn't, it may well have doomed female-led superhero movies for quite some time. But I think this clearly shows they can pull this off, and people do want to really want to see and want female-led action superhero movies. So I'm hoping that leads to a trend of more of those.
Yep. It also goes to show how wrong they were to say no Black Widow film because they could have done it first, but
oh yeah, they totally could have.
But they were too stupid to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a case of this worked. Wonder Woman just worked. They also did special stuff for it. Like over here, some feminine products come with a limited edition Wonder Woman lipstick with it, and
nice.
They had like women's only days to go see like women's only screenings and stuff like that. With some people like, boo, why is that a thing? Like, because to be fair, they don't have to put male only screenings for like Batman because that will happen.
Yeah.
This is to encourage them to go to the cinema because if they encourage them if they get them in the door, they get them to watch it, they'll realize, oh, this is actually for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's shitty that there's like lawsuits now about like the women only ones. There's people who are like trying to be like, oh, this is reverse sexism, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
those people are assholes.
Except for like people said that lawsuit won't matter. It's like bars have ladies' nights and stuff like that, and you get that stuff. It's like they didn't discriminate against men. Men could still buy tickets to the other screenings. It's just that
that's what I'm saying. It's like stupid shit like that.
Exactly.
So yeah, that probably won't happen much of that thing, and it's cool what they did, and it's like cool now. And hell, I went and watched this with a little lad, and one of the first things we did when we got back afterwards was I let him pick out a T-shirt from the collection of Batman, Superman, and stuff T-shirts, and Flash, and a few Marvel ones and shit. He picked up a Wonder Woman T-shirt.
Nice.
And I'm like, nice. And it's got like the Wonder Woman logo and it says "Fight for Justice" or "Fight for Peace" on the front. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Did your niece get a Wonder Woman shirt?
She already has a few.
Okay. Cool.
She and the ones that were there, she didn't like as much as hers because hers has like the classic comic logo.
Oh, nice.
Whereas most of them have like the movie logos. But yeah,
right.
Like I said, I liked what they did, and it's cool.
Yeah, it worked.
And they said the next Wonder Woman film will be set in modern day.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what the director said. It won't be another period piece. It will be in modern day.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. One other thing I will mention about this movie that I think, and I don't know if it's just me.
Oh, also, no post-credit scenes. Woo.
Yeah, that surprised me. I stayed till the end. There was nothing.
I'm glad by that because, as I mentioned before now, while one or two were good, like, oh, cool, the Thanos scene, it gets you talking. For every one of them, it's just a million. There's like a load of them where you're like, I don't give a shit. You're just slightly teasing the next film. Fuck off. We don't need this. Let it be standalone so we can just see the trailer for that. We know it's in the same. We know it's in the same universe. We don't need the little cock teasers at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which makes sense. I just figured, given the next movie is Justice League, that seemed like one they wouldn't pass up. But props to them for not giving in.
To be fair, they've already set up that with Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. They don't need to hold your hands. They're not holding your hands, which is good.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Also
One thing
cool that the picture from Batman v Superman is what causes her to remember the story.
Yeah, that was good continuity. I like
Also
that.
good, in my opinion. I don't know if it's probably a reference at the beginning when she read the note and stuff. Fine. We didn't get Batman,
No Batman.
which is a good thing because people thought, oh, when they knew it was going to be like modern day, then past, then modern day, like bookmarking it and stuff.
Yeah.
People thought it was going to be, it had to be her talking to Bruce, and he'd have to be in the film in some capacity. He wasn't, which is a good thing because don't get me wrong, I do love this Batman. I really do like Batman, but he doesn't need to be in all the films. Something they could learn from Homecoming, from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, I saw more of that. Like that was the first Spider-Man Homecoming trailer where I actually saw the like the inside of the spider suit and then it's all mechanized and shit. Like I haven't seen that in any trailer before.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, I will say the trailer I saw for Spider-Man Homecoming did make me slightly more like, yay, I'm hopeful a bit.
Okay.
Because it shows a scene where Tony literally tells him, no, I'm taking the suit back. I'm nothing without the suit. Well, if you're nothing without the suit, then you don't deserve to have it. And then you cut to a load of scenes where he's in like like the wrestling Spider-Man outfit, as people call it, the prototype.
Yeah.
He's in that fighting the crime, going from like, okay, so maybe he's actually going to do it on his own after a certain point where he's going to become too reliant on it.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
That could be cool.
But yes, like I said, the Wonder Woman film was good.
Yeah. What else? I had the trailer for Spider-Man, and then I had Star Wars: Last Jedi, and what was the third one?
I don't even remember what all the ones were.
It was Spider-Man.
We
Last
had
Jedi.
we had Spider-Man Homecoming, Despicable Me 3, Thor Ragnarok,
That was
I
the
know
other one
about
we had.
either.
Thor.
Transformers: The Last Night,
That's the one he had, Transformers.
and we had one of the other ones, which they weren't bad trailers, and yay,
No.
they all look cool.
Yeah.
It was
Thor
like half an
Ragnarok
hour
still,
trailers or something.
yeah, Thor Ragnarok still makes me laugh. To be fair, at least on our cinema, they know that people get there early, so they play more of them like 10 or 20 minutes early before the film starts, because a lot of people like us will want to get there before the cinema fills up.
Right. That makes sense.
Well, I had a booked seat, so they can't steal it. So.
It's not about people stealing or anything. I already had my tickets. I just like to get there before all the crowd, so I'm not constantly saying, "Oh, excuse me," as you're having to go down the aisles. It's like, no, fuck off. And when there's less people and it's brightly lit, I can see where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Plus, I don't want to miss anything, so I always get there as soon as second the screen opens, I go in.
Yeah, I got there as the Spider-Man trailer was playing, which was the first of the three. If there was anything before that, I don't know.
It was a trailer for Power Rangers 2. Wait.
Ah.
To me,
Possibly. But back to Wonder Woman, the one thing I will say is I feel like it was a little obvious from the word go that she was the God Killer and not the Sword. That seemed a little obvious right from the word go, but fair enough.
Yeah. Which is good because it means it doesn't come from out of nowhere with that one.
Yeah.
But I like that, and to be fair, they got to that point pretty fast.
They did, yeah, which was good. Yeah, but I like the fact that in modern day she works at the Louvre. That was cool.
Yep.
I thought that was awesome that she's like working at, because I don't even know what the hell Diana Prince's job is in the comics, but I like the fact that she's working at the museum at the Louvre. She's around all this ancient stuff that she probably knows a lot about, and probably using her language skills and everything else. I thought that was a really good job for her. That's a cool job for Wonder Woman to have working at that educational knowledge facility. That it's a knowledge industry and not some stereotypical women fashion thing or something.
Yeah,
Basically, you're jealous.
She's had a few. Like she's been like a lawyer in the old TV show. She was a nurse and stuff like that.
Okay, that works. Fair enough. So, final ratings, thoughts?
Yeah, I'll give it a go out and watch this. It's the I don't know. I'm torn between saying it like that, but I will do. It may be the best comic movie we've had yet. Period. From any of the sides, possibly. Whether or not it's my favorite doesn't matter. Just in terms of quality, it's definitely the best. So yeah, people should go out and watch it. It's executed well. It's got good messages throughout it, and it's not just the message of if women ruled the world, men would definitely it would be a much safer, happier place. No, it's all of mankind is like this, and that's cool. So that they don't even play up the sexism too much. And it's like that's
No,
cool.
which is good.
And yeah,
Also,
like I said, it's ready for Justice League. So yay.
Yep. Pete, what do you think?
I think one of the things I really liked, and it's like a small thing, is good use of tools. Like she used the sword a whole lot, she used the shield a whole lot, and she used the lasso a whole lot. Like I like that she utilized all her tools. Like a lot of times in superheroes, like and I can just mention this, although this is like super often, like Green Lantern, like he just fucking used the ring for bullshit, basically. I was thinking of another. I'm trying to think of another one besides that one where they have like iconic like accessories and they don't use it properly. But that's probably the best
I
example.
can, I can think of one.
Yeah.
The original Spider-Man trilogy. He never once used his web shooters.
There you go. Even though I think it was organic webbing in that one.
Well, it was, but that's
Which
the point. It's not supposed to be.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be. His web shooters are iconic and a great storytelling piece of
Yeah.
they can crush him and make him have a weakness. And no, it's like if Superman lands on Earth and like every bit of kryptonite ever from your homeworld, yeah, it's all been completely destroyed. You will never have to worry about this ever.
Yes, I really liked it, and my viewing would be I guess 9 out of 10. I guess totally go up and see it.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. And I have a non-movie example. Batman's awesome car that he uses to get around, turning it into a murder mobile tank.
He's used tanks before
Mm,
in one of the best Batman stories of all time, Dark Knight
Can he?
Returns.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the Frank Miller stuff, he had the tank because it made the most sense because he was fighting gangs and it's a way to destroy armored vehicles pretty fast.
Fair enough. Just seem, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'll throw this a 90 out of 100. This is an excellent movie. You should go see it. The acting is great. The storyline is great. The jokes that there's enough levity in the movie for the serious moments. The environments are amazing. The cinematography, the color, and using all just the between the two worlds of the the bright of Themyscira and the dark gloominess of man's world, just the juxtaposition of the two is just so wonderful, and all the everything around in the environments, it just makes you feel like you're in this world, and understanding what Diana's going through is just so good and really enjoyable. So definitely go check this out. If you have the opportunity, I recommend seeing it in 3D if you get the chance. I think that really helped.
And I will also say, when you're speaking of the jokes, I thought it was really cool. They did it right. They had some sexual innuendos in there, but they weren't ones little kids were picking up on.
Yeah.
But yeah, as an adult, I was like, with a lot of the stuff. But yeah, they were subtle enough without being too. Oh, look, we're referencing sex.
Mhm.
Sometimes people can do that way too hard, and it doesn't work on the films.
Too hard. I see what you did there. Yeah. It's like that scene in the store. Like, try this on. Okay. No.
And yep.
All right. So this has been our review of Wonder Woman. Like we all said, check it out in theaters now. And my hopes for Justice League have significantly improved.
My hopes have stayed the same.
That's fair. You had more faith in it than I did from the word go, so that's fair enough.
Yeah, this isn't Power Rangers. This is deserved sequels.
Oh, burn.
This isn't Power Rangers. This had made money.
Oh, double burn.
I'll
Fair
say that
enough.
film is really horrible. It's going to keep getting mocked. It's probably the worst film of the year so far. Unless another one comes out which worse, this is going to be the one that's mocked for years to come.
Mhm.
It's the new Batman and Robin.
Okay.
Only worse than Batman and Robin or Catwoman.
Out. Oh, Batman and Robin, fair enough. Let's not go that far. Catwoman was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. This was fucking atrocious.
I remind you, a 50 Shades movie came out this year.
It did. I remind you, Power Rangers came out this year.
Wow. Alrighty then. Well, this has been our review of Wonder Woman. Go check it out. And
Also, 50 Shades got a sequel.
well, yeah, because there was books. That was
There's multiple TV shows. What's your point?
Yeah, my point is, Power Rangers was on a new adaptation. That was the first adaptation. They were kind of obligated to do all the books. And of course, how it was sold, it was full of sex.
This is also the first adaptation of Power Rangers into a movie
Yeah,
on
but
its
it
own.
was that weird. It was that weird off-screen kind of like doing your belly button because they know they can't really show it kind of sex.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was super unsatisfying sex.
fair enough. You hear that
Something
movie?
Jim knows about.
Oh, nice. You hear that movie makers? Pew needs better
I'm
sex in
kidding,
her
he's not
movies.
I mean, make it realistic. I mean, just don't be like, shitty.
Yep.
Just like the Power Rangers film. If you have sex with Jim, there'll be no sequel.
Ha!
Just
You're
like
on
the
a
Power
roll.
Rangers film, his penis is a flop. Okay, no more.
Okay. All right. So with that, we will see you folks. For those of you that are wrestling fans, we'll see you tomorrow for our review of the WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and on Tuesday when we take a look at Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 HD remix on PS4.
Or what I like to call tomorrow night, possibly, Mole makes more money than ever before.
That too.
Because you know the Fatal 5-Way.
Uh-oh.
Finn Balor was their least odds. He literally gave you like £90 back.
Wow.
Same thing with the Hardys.
Oh.
So good.
Wow. Okay. We'll see you next time, folks. Wonder Woman. Go check it out.
Wonder Woman.